All right, welcome to another half episode of the Pink Boys Crypto Cast. Because I guess
Don't
for
you
some,
mean 3/4?
please don't confuse me with decimals again. We know how that goes.
That's a fraction.
It's a fraction. I know. I don't want to. But fractions are decimals too. I don't know. We're missing. I'm joined here by I and Adam. We're missing an appendage for some reason. I think Tyson got gang stalked and then kidnapped or something. Like that.
Ari has been making all kinds of threats about killing Tyson.
That is true.
So
that is true.
Maybe he finally followed through.
No one suspects anything.
Yeah, he's been unusually suave lately. So I mean,
Yeah.
Tyson may be kidnapped, but I mean, if he did pass, rest in peace. And I'll feel bad about this tomorrow. But for now, fuck Tyson feels great. So how about you two? How are you two doing?
Good, man. My fucking rosies are super cozy.
Yeah,
It's
you've been
like-
saying it, and now it actually.
I made it like my biggest bag. It's like 60% of my portfolio or something like that.
Woof.
And
Good for
like
you.
it's kind of like it's like saving my financial future as we speak because some of my other shit isn't doing it quite as well. But since
Well, it was
Rose
getting a
is
little
new-
bleak there, so I'm glad it is.
Yeah, it was. No,
How about you, I?
Yeah, no, I'm feeling surprisingly optimistic. The last few weeks have been
He sold all his
quite
link
good for
and
my
finally he
trading
feels
account.
better. And I-
yeah. So
Wow.
yeah. So basically a few weeks ago I made a few trades on Link and I made I think I doubled my trading account, and then
Wow.
and then recently, and then I had my Bitcoin shorts and ETH shorts, and I also had a Link short as well. Rode that near to the bottom. I closed those, and then I sold Link at $28,
Nice.
all of it, and then I went into Rose at 32 cents, and now Rose is kicking off. So I'm kind of comfy.
I
right
did have
now.
a dream last night. Rose went to 60 cents, so 60 cents is imminent.
Oh, we're going
That's not even a
beyond
joke.
60 cents.
Like-
I remember very distinctly, and maybe if there's some old school guys listening, years ago, this was when Link was sub $1. I had a dream Link would be $19 one day, and I remember that day did eventually happen. And I think I kind of retired from Link predictions after that. But dreams mean something. So what did you dream it was going to? $1?
$1. No, 60 cents. But like that's
Oh.
not very ambitious.
That's barely above the last.
That's like
all-time
dreaming
high.
you're gonna jerk off instead of dreaming of having sex with a girl. Like you,
Yeah.
need, to, you need to dream Rose is going to like $5 or something like that.
Dude, I think it can hit. So I have some targets. I have a quote unquote conservative one this year,
Okay.
and a kind of middle ground.
Yeah, don't you have one
Um,
of those like $10 or something fucking ridiculous?
And then I have a higher end one. Yeah.
All right,
So
go for
the
it.
conservative one is around like $3.50,
Nice.
$3.3 this year. The moderate one, the mid range one, that's like $5 to $7. And then on the higher end, I'm thinking between $10 and $15.
Dude, if I hit $10 Rose, I'd have fucking loaned so much money at 21. It'd be fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dude,
So-
you would roll up on some people. And I gotta say, people can't say we were late on that one because we haven't shut the fuck up about Rose since like episode 1. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, true
yeah,
that.
yeah,
True,
yeah.
true.
it's
I
so
I mean, if we started the
Yeah.
podcast sooner, then we would have showed it at the ground floor when it was like 3 cents.
pretty much. And I don't know why, but like maybe I'm getting swept up into the momentum of it all. But I personally don't own any Rose. I did briefly, but I grew a little impatient. I think I made like modest gains off of it. But I don't mind Rose holders, and I don't mind people who hold Rose making money. It's actually kind of nice. Like it's just good all
I've been through
around.
so much. I'm not entombed, so this is my fucking like compensation.
You're
You can
copying
you can stake it as well and make like 12% a year.
20%,
20%.
20% APR.
20%. What is that? Which
Steakfish.
thing? Steakfish. Which one?
Yeah.
Which one? am
So
I doing
you
now?
make the like a Rose wallet, and then you
Yeah,
can
no, I've done all
delegate-
that. I'm
yeah,
staking.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I'm staking on.
Do Steakfish has lowest fees and highest APR.
Let me check that now.
Take fish. This stupid shit. I swear.
Fuck! I forgot my Rose Wallet password.
That's okay. That's okay. We don't.
Oh,
we
no, I
don't-
got it now. I got it now.
Okay, good. We're safe. We're safe.
I
All
am
right.
on Steakfish. Yes.
Yeah.
Very
Nice,
nice.
nice.
So we'll shelf Rose for now, and I'm sure we'll move back to it at some point. But until we get to a more broader discussion, I'll just point out real quick, we are still trying to get to 100 subscribers. I noticed we lost a few, and I think that's because the market dipped, and people were like, "Fuck this! I don't want to hear about crypto stuff anymore." So they
Or because
unsubscribed.
our schedule's shit.
Yeah, it has been a little bit of sloppy as far as the new year coming along. It's like it's a new year and there was a massive market sell off. It's like who really wants to? Yeah, but it is
Many
what
such
it is.
cases.
Yeah, sloppy job, Pink
Many
Boys.
such cases.
It is kind of my fault as well, but
No, that's
It's all
I
right.
okay.
don't want to take
You're busy, man. You're
responsibility.
busy.
You're a
Got
good
stuff to
kid. You got some
You're a
things you're
really good
working on that I'm excited for. So, but
Hell yeah.
I don't have much other housekeeping besides that. So, without further ado, I guess I'll say, and it's been nice the timing of these podcasts because if we recorded like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think it was around New Year when the giant dump happened, it'd be like so depressing and just be like, this is shit. Everything's shit. Oh, but real quick, I mean, I guess I don't know what Adam said. I guess he was a little more bullish, but you and Tyson were right on the money. Like you guys called a dump down to like low 40s, and then you even said high 30s. I know you said 32K, but you didn't really mean that. But I still personally, I still see that happening. We're at 42K right now. I still see 37, 38K in the cards for sure. There's no way it's going to go back up from here. What do you think?
I think if we break about 47K, I think. No, wait. About 48K. If we were to break 48K, I'd say we're going to start making our way back up. But
Why 48?
Making my way downtown. Sorry.
and I think if you want to be a bit more aggressive than like 46, yeah, if we start breaking that, I think we'll start making our way back up. But I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. I think we're still going to see some more pain. I think right now, around now, maybe in the next week or so, we are going to see some upwards movement in alts.
Up only.
Yeah, Bitcoin's it's going to be slow, I reckon.
It was like a very microscopic, like Pico alt season that happened right before the new year. Like, I don't know why. It was just like everything was like randomly popping. And I was just like, damn, I wasn't ready for this. Like my Vader was pushing 14 cents and everything. And I was just like, this is, I was not ready. So Adam, what do you think about what's going on?
Well, yeah, I mean, I did say a move to 42K was possible, but I was bullish. But, you know, we can't be right 100% of the time. I'm a spot Chad, so I don't really care if we go up or down. I still hold my cones. You know, leverages for pussies. So you know.
I feel like it's the opposite.
That's just not true. It's the opposite.
Because it's like you don't have trust in like the plan, so you have to like
well, no, you have a lot of trust in the plan if you're using leverage.
Yeah, you don't have trust. Yeah, I don't. The thing about leverage trading to me is that I just don't want to be paying attention to that all day. If you open up like a 50x or 10x or something like that, I feel like you have to really look at what you're doing.
It's so fucking stressful, dude. It is so stressful.
See, I can't do that.
I mean, it depends on. It all comes down to your risk management. Personally, the way I do it, I don't like using stop losses. I'd rather use high leverage because that way, if the market does something ridiculous, you because the position's isolated, you only get fucked for the specific amount that you put in the first place.
Well, same for stop losses, right? It's just acceptable losses.
Oh, no. With a stop loss, you've got higher margin, right? If you're using lower leverage, and if you get like a flash crash, like on KuCoin or Binance during COVID, if you get anything like that, you just get entirely fucked because your stop loss won't hit. Because the stop loss is reliant on order books, right? So if the order book is really thin, then you're going to be so what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Wrecked. Yeah. So what I like to do is I just like to find my invalidation points on my charts, and then I put my liquidations in that area, and then I just isolate the trade, put in the amount I want to risk, and I just leave it. I'll turn it off, and if I come back to profit, I'm in profit.
Do you not get like texts from Femex on your phone saying
Yeah, I get,
liquidation's
I
approaching?
get emails.
You up?
Yeah.
You up, baby?
Well,
Yeah.
we can't all be galaxy brains like you, and play a game of chess while leverage trading and
It's not that hard.
developing. Okay, I went on Femex before and tried to do it. I was too dumb. I couldn't understand it. So I leave it up to the professionals like yourself. So, but what I personally think is there's not much more pain to be had in the overall market, just a little bit more, because rate increases will actually come to fruition. And once they do come to fruition, it will leak down to the stock market, which will leak down to Bitcoin. And then people will find out they're probably not that big of a deal. In fact, they're probably too low to begin with right now. And there'll be some short-term suffering of Bitcoin in the high 30s. There is not a chance in
We've already
Christ's
gone
kingdom.
there. We've already gone there. We've already been to 39.6.
Is
Where we could
what
be
it
in a
went
downtrend
to?
right now, and this could be an elaborate bounce.
Yeah, I don't see anything returning to the, what was that, like the 28s and the 29s of midsummer, but I think something in the high 30s before we get revved back up to go into the 70s or 80s. I think that makes a lot of sense. And within that stagnation, if you're an alts, I think there's a lot of opportunities right now. This is like a mini, seeing that giant dump that happened in May, that was a really good time to get into alts. We're having like a mini version of that right now. Like this is a good
Yeah.
time
Yes,
to get into
yes.
some little alts that might be
Yeah.
a good pick. So I don't know. I've been watching some weird shit go on. I mean, my boy Tyson, may his soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
He warned me the night before the jump of T shares were at 24 grand a share, and he warned me about them. He's like, I'm going to sell my T shares. I don't like what I'm seeing. And the next day, T shares went from 24 grand to 8 grand. So
Yeah.
I remember this.
yeah, I sat there like, I am wrecked. Like, I am so fucked right now. I even sold like half a T share just because I was feeling down on myself. And then today they shot back up to 18 grand. So they're almost
Dude.
fully recovered. Dude, that stuff is the Wild West. Like, it really is
Yeah,
insane.
dude. Like
And
on native chains of L1 projects and just like the L2s and shit until it gets like, I mean, Rose is about to start that. They're about to have like the projects being built on the Rose blockchain and stuff. And yeah, I imagine similar things are going to happen.
are they memeing airdrops?
Yeah, well,
Nice.
if you staked, they have this thing called Launch Garden, and it's like Launch Garden is like that you're launching the projects on the blockchain, and like stakers will be rewarded with airdrops
Stake
and
it
whatever.
and bake it, right?
What was
Oh,
that
yeah, baby.
Dune swap thing? That's a potential 10x, right? Or something like that.
Dune swap or Doom swap?
Dune, I think DUNE, something like that.
I heard about
on
that.
Oasis on Rose.
A true Rose intellectual, says Oasis.
I didn't even mean to do that.
It's funny. So pompous.
So no, dude, going back to the Tomb thing, I remember I was talking to Tyson that day, and like he sold all of his Tomb shares at the top. And like as it was going down, he was like, "Oh, dude, I feel so bad for Moya because like I took his call, and yeah, he didn't do anything with it himself."
Yeah, I was explaining.
like,
yeah, go ahead.
You died for his shorts or whatever it was.
The thing is, I explained it to him. I was like, Tyson, unless you could have flown to America and held a gun to my head, there was nothing you could have said to me that would have made me sell my T share that night. I'm just too invested in the project because he's a little prick. He's the problem with those protocols. He's in T shares for speculating on the value of a T share. You're supposed to hold them so they print Tomb. I'm in T shares so they print Tomb, not speculating on the value.
You're in it for the tech. Okay.
Yeah,
Not
for the tech.
For the free money that's printed every 6 hours. That's why I'm in it, and at least I'm honest about that. But Tyson's in it just to buy and sell T shares. Just fuck off. I'm glad he's dead. So. But,
Speaking of Tyson,
yeah.
That arse.
What?
Oh.
What?
You said it like you said arse too, like a proper British gentleman. Too. I don't mind exposing this to the world, but the other day, Tyson, and I love that I'm talking about this because he's not here. It's just it fits so great. I'll let him defend himself next time he's on. But Tyson posted a picture in our Discord of like some sign on a restaurant that he found funny or endearing, and and I'm not one of those internet people that always points out the obscure thing in the picture. Like I hate when people do that. Just like this is what I'm trying to take a picture of, but someone pointed it out, and I couldn't help but laugh. In the picture is Tyson's reflection, and he's posed like a sassy black woman. Like his like hand is on his hip and his butt is sticking out, and like he didn't do it on purpose, obviously.
It's like one leg was higher than the other.
Yeah. And someone just posted like, you know, the first Google image that'll come up when you Google like sassy African American woman or something like that, waving her finger, and it was literally like what Tyson looked like with his like booty sticking out. It was like, and everyone's like, so you just pose like that randomly?
Yeah. Like no one's talking about the restaurant sign or anything.
Not at all. But that's what happens when you post things like that. Did you catch that?
No, I didn't see the picture. Where is it? Is it in general?
Oh, I'll be reposting it very, very soon. So I don't think I can share it with our noble viewers, but they'll just have to imagine it for themselves. So if you ever come in contact with Tyson, just call him Sassy, or just comment on this video, Sassy Tyson.
We have another story. It wasn't exclusively a Tyson moment, but we're gonna save that for when Tyson is here.
Yeah,
it's about Pocket. We'll just leave it at that.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh
we
my
have
Lord,
a Pocket story.
Sorry, just saw the picture.
We'll get around to it.
I'll just say until we get there, imagine not being in Pocket in the year 2022. That is all I will say.
Are you sure that right at the bottom?
Tyson briefly mentioned it last episode, but Adam told me before we got on that it's getting listed on Huobi, so people don't need to buy it the way that we did last week that you guys will hear more about. So until then, just hold on to your
it was one of the funniest calls.
Oh, it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, like it's one of the most retarded things I've. It boggles my mind. That, it's one of those things that like if you were to just tell someone off the street or just like an everyday person, they'd look at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like they don't realize how like it's easy to get lost in crypto, like after doing it for years and like kind of becoming numb to how much money you're fucking flinging around, let alone like sending it to literal strangers on the internet. You're like, it's just
we pulled our money because we had to have there was like a minimum buy order, so we had to pull our money and like it's just like
it's just one of the funniest. So
there was one person that had to be trusted with all our money at once, and it was the wrong person. But I'll shove that.
Well, it wasn't necessarily because the person is like
not because they were shady, just because
they're a fucking idiot. You can probably guess who we're talking about.
I was thinking save it. We'll wait till he's back. He's got a lot to speak for next week.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about that today though, because I cashed out a little bit because I'm Italian American WAP man, come home and hanging out in Atlantic City for the month, and I paid myself a little bit in crypto, and it was like I thought to myself, I'm like, how long would I have to work at my normal job to like have this amount of money just freely just thrown into my bank account? It is just ridiculous. And you get so desensitized to it. Like, do you know how much like the high 10, close to 6 figures I lost watching T-shares plummet to near zero only to see them recover? It would give any normal person a heart attack, but I can't figure out if like I can handle it or just my soul is just dead or something.
Yeah, there's like it's been split.
This is probably a good time for me to tell my late July long story.
Oh no!
I was like one day I just decided I'm gonna be a fucking degenerate. So I took like $5,000 or something. It was like $6,000, and I like 20x longed. No, it was more than $6,000. Well, I can't remember. I used high leverage, but like the order size was like I can't remember, like $500,000 or something.
Mm.
Anyway, and like I should have gotten wrecked by all means. But anyway, I took like this 6K and I turned it into like 98K.
What? Nice.
What?
In one trade. That was one long. I just wrote it up and I didn't TP any of it, and I wrote it all the way back down. When Link crashed, it actually like liquidated me.
Oh my god in heaven.
So like I went from like 6K to like almost 100 grand in one long. I didn't TP any of it. I got liquidated in the end.
That's just what happened, and that's the entry too.
Did you keep adding on? Did you keep adding on to that long as Link and
No. Dude, I got a godlike entry, and I just yeah.
That is amazing, because that's a lot. I don't want to touch too much on it because it sounds, I don't know, it sounds like I'm being facetious about this kind of stuff, but once you hit your first like 6-figure entry, you start to think about it, because you're like, when you first start crypto, you're just like, all I want to do is just get to 6 figures, and then once I'm in there, I'm done. But once you get there, you're like, what am I gonna do with this? Like, to buy a car, and then I'm done, and then you're done. So it's just like, you need to, once you get there, you realize you just need to keep going. I'm sure once you got to that 98K, you were just like, well, I can just keep going and do this and that. Yeah. And that's usually when you get wrecked. So
that's the thing. This is around the Bitcoin 64K top. This is
Jesus, Christopher.
No, it wasn't. No. I just checked the dates on my. I just checked the dates on my Femex. This wasn't in July or May. This was actually in February. Wow, time flies, huh? So this is when Link topped out at around 37, I think. So, oh, dude, fucking hell, that's even crazier then. So I had 98K when Link was $37. That I had the 98K in that long. What the fuck? Wait,
that's crazy.
It did keep going, what the fuck?
Yeah, I sold most of my Link around 37, so I still feel good about that because it never hit it again since that point. It probably will this year.
No, it did. After that,
it went to 50. When I went to 50.
No, I sold it after that. After the 50. It went from 50 to 37, and I said, fuck this. I'm not riding this all the way down. So one of the best decisions I've ever made. But are there besides the ones we've talked about, like Rose, I have a good friend, codenamed Boutros Ghali, who brought it up to me. What do you guys think about mana in the coming out of the dust that's settled from all of this? Do you think that's a good grab right now, or what?
Give me a quick rundown on why it would be.
I mean, I feel like it acts not irrationally, but it isn't an exact tandem with Bitcoin's movements, and it's kind of like the premier what's that called, metaverse play. And when people talk about digital real estate, it is the de facto industry standard. It's the Oracle Chainlink of metaverse land. So I think once this stuff revs back up, I think mana is poised to probably go to like $10 or something like that. Or do you guys not feel that way? Do you think it's like
digital real estate? Like, please.
What? That's cool. What? Really? Oh man, I thought you were. Yeah. Well, I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, it's one of those things that I think you should probably just close your eyes and only speculate on it and don't risk too much. Like, don't think of it as a long-term hold. Not now, at least. Maybe in a dystopian future. Yeah. Speaking of because Adam said a quick rundown. Guys, rest in peace, Igor and Grishka Bogdanov. Yeah. They died. I think it was 5 or 6 days between each other.
Yeah.
So it was quite beautiful the way.
No, and also the one who died at like later was in a coma, so he didn't know his brother died.
Yeah, so it's like about as poetic and peaceful as you can get. They both.
The one was conscious and awake and died while the one was in a coma, and then the one in the coma died after that.
Yeah. So there was no pain, and you know what the most beautiful part is?
Okay.
The most beautiful part about this is shortly after they died. Wait, did the market pump or dump?
It pumped.
I think
it pumped. Well, Link specifically pumped after they died.
So I like to think
the price manipulations finally ended when they died.
Well, no, I like to think that I like to think what happened is that when they ascended, they hit the pump.
They took our portfolios with them.
Well, if
Yeah.
you're with the original lore, it's the Sminim is the guy that makes it pump, and then the other guy
Yes, yes.
make it dump. So I can't believe I know this.
But not always.
I hate myself so much for knowing this stuff. I really do.
Nah. Come
I'm
on,
an
those
adult
guys.
now.
Those guys. Just
You're here
that
forever.
that whole meme space, the lore. It's probably one of the best things to come out of
2018.
crypto.
People won't even know what any
Yeah.
of that stuff is. So, speaking of meme spaces, I guess it's not really a meme space.
I mean, it's kind of
at this
huge
point,
now.
but it kind of is on this show. Just real quick, as you guys know from a few weeks ago, I was hacked and lost a bunch of Tomb. There was an announcement today that I just have to give him
That's so
credit. Harry Ye, the guy that I've been memeing about for so long as being a scam artist, but also not at the same time, announced that everyone's getting at least partially or fully reimbursed for their tomb that they lost in the vaults, in the Grim vaults. And also they will be doing
Damn.
an airdrop of life, and I guess it's Fanti or whatever their new tokens are that are coming out in tandem with Tomb and this new, I guess, DAO fork that's going to be called Life. So I'm getting an airdrop because of the Grim hack, and I'm getting another airdrop just for being someone that's in T-share. So I don't know.
You getting your money back though?
I don't know if it's going to be the full amount. If I can just get, honestly, I'd be happy if I just got half back. That'd be all right. That'd be enough for me. I'd be surprised if I got any back at all. But after the announcement today, it's the first time I felt optimistic about it in a really long time. It's just very surprising. I mean, maybe it's all bullshit and he's just trying to give himself some exit liquidity, but it certainly seems like there's a pretty good chance I'll get at least partially reimbursed. So that's good enough
Damn.
for me.
I mean, what a nice guy. I mean,
for now.
Wouldn't it be nice if Linkies were reimbursed for the fucking chaos that ensued during COVID crash?
Dude, like, it go fuck itself, honestly, because like I gave that small little candid that wasn't an outburst, just kind of like a candid wisdom pearl about letting go and letting your link go. A half hour after I did that, Sergey released his video about staking coming later this year.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Fuck you, dude. Like, that's what that shit does to you. That's why I'm like, you know what? No. I'm not doing. Okay. And I was thinking about it in the car today. I could literally close my eyes and open coinmarketcap.com and just scroll around and point my finger and open my eyes, and I would find something that would 3x quicker than Chainlink will for me this year. Like, seriously. Like, what's the fucking point? So it's just
project.
I promise
I mean,
won't get
that being
upset
said, though,
about it.
that being said, Link is one of the better looking charts in the space right now.
It's going to be a great coin this year, and that pisses me off, but I'll find better ones. Okay,
No, it's absolutely going to do well this year. It's looking great right now. It's primed. Even though none of us are in it, I'll probably start logging a bit of it soon. It's looking juicy. I think
Every
100 is
time one of the boys
table.
on the server opens up a log and link, they get stopped out. Like every time.
I think enough of us has sold where it's like finally ready to be free. It's just like it's messed with our heads long enough. It's just like that crazy X. It's just like not fair.
I mean, unlike the new linkers on C2 or just the people that have ruined the space in general, we've gotten plenty of juice out of Link. Like,
yeah. It's fueled my
milked that
entire
baby
empire
dry.
of shitcoins. It really has. Like, I put a minimal amount in like years ago, and now I have an empire and so many mistakes I've made with that empire, but it's given me room to do that. So
yeah. In other news, though, Rose just closed the daily at a candle body all-time high.
Let's fucking go, Rose Bros.
what price exactly?
So right now it's 45.2 cents.
Yeah, we got $1 coming. We got $1 coming.
I guess
Let's
Okay.
go.
4.52 cents. Yeah.
All right. That was a good quick hit, and then we'll get in some more information when we find the location of
When
Tyson.
we resurrect Tyson's body.
Yeah, when we pull it out of the river after finding a 50 cal bullet in his skull, like I said. So
I'll say this much about Rose again. I think if you actually no, I can't say it like It's guaranteed
it.
because none of this
Say
is
it.
financial advice. But I've got a good feeling that Rose is going to pull 2019 link like run, mainnet. Google
Mm.
I'm feeling like a Phantom type run where it like pumps at a
Oh,
reasonable
dude, Phantom,
price
no,
and then
Phantom would
blow
be
off
even
top.
better.
I'm feeling that too. And Vader as well. And with that being
Yeah.
said, Rose Chads, you had your stage. Now the curtain's closing. So we'll see you all on the other side. All right.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Later,
yeah.
guys.